Check, check, check. Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Ladies and gentlemen watching, welcome. We'll be live in just a few minutes. Let me know if everything sounds okay. Check, check, check. 1 2 3. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is match number 3 of the second regular season event in the Volleyball League of America West Division regular season. My name is Rob St. Clair, live on the VLA YouTube channel. Welcome to the Long Beach Convention Center, part of the JVA West Coast Cup, for this Founding 5 West Division rivalry between the Phoenix Ascension and the SoCal Rising Tide. I will hop on the PA here in just a second to introduce the teams and the starting lineups in the house. And we'll get right to first serve. Both of these teams started the day perfectly. Both with 3-0 wins over the San Diego Wave. And now we will see who comes out victorious for the day on Saturday. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Court 29, live Volleyball League of America regular season action. 2 Founding 5 franchises on display here this afternoon. Out of Irvine, California, the SoCal Rising Tide in blue. And out of Phoenix, Arizona, the Phoenix Ascension in black and purple. Make some noise for them. Both of these teams were victorious earlier today, both over the San Diego Wave, and playoff positioning on the line in the West Division, and a classic rivalry game here. Best 3 out of 5 set match here in the last match of the day. Don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow with 3 more VLA matches right here, starting at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. But first, it's the Ascension versus the Rising Tide. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the SoCal Rising Tide out of Irvine, California, in blue and white. We've got a 6-foot setter from Long Beach City College, number 3, Chris Kahns. A 6'5" outside hitter from Concordia University, Irvine, number 14, John Predny. A 6'6" outside hitter from UC Irvine, number 7, Aaron Kuby. Thanks, JVA. All right, moving right along. A 6'10" middle blocker from Cal Baptist, number 23, Chris Johnson. A 6'5" middle blocker from Concordia University, number 12, Taylor Falduti. A 6'5" opposite from Pepperdine University, number 15, Troy Magorian. And a 5'9" libero from Concordia Irvine, number 1, Ryan Radira. And now, out of Phoenix, Arizona, the Phoenix Ascension. A 6'4" setter from Arizona State University, number 17, Scott Wiest. A 6'2" outside hitter, also from Arizona State, number 5, Sam Haggard. A 6'4" outside hitter from the University of Charleston, number 21, Brandon Greenway. A 6'10" opposite from Ottawa University, Arizona, number 9, Brendan Hart. A 6'6" middle blocker from Grand Canyon University, number 12, Keaton Berry. A 6'10" middle blocker from Park University, Arizona, number 23, Seth Gallagher. And a 6-foot libero from the University of Arizona, number 6, Cody Montano. The Ascension are coached by Kyle Moon, managed by Vince Zanzuki. Welcome to the match, ladies and gentlemen. Good one here for you this afternoon, live from Long Beach, California. Can't wait to see it. Oh, no, not that ball. No, not that ball. Not that ball. Yeah, get the correct one. Going to get the correct volleyball here for Chris Kahns. The Mikasa V200W is the correct volleyball. Yeah. The Rising Tide in blue out of Irvine, California on the near side of your screen serving. The Ascension out of Phoenix in black on the far side receiving. Best 3 out of 5 sets. Here we go. A beautiful start for SoCal. What a block by Taylor Falduti, number 12 in blue. Fronting Keaton Berry on the 31. And stuff block there gets the Rising Tide on the board. The SoCal Rising Tide, the champions of the West Division Cup back in early February. They have known all the way since winning that tournament that they will play for a title in Orlando in July. Good tool off the block out of bounds right there by Sam Haggard, number 5 in black out of Arizona State. The Rising Tide will be joined by the Phoenix Ascension in the playoffs. Phoenix has been really good this year, currently 10-3 with 3 matches left to play. Overpass force, good serve there by Scott Wiest, the setter. He goes to Haggard in free ball in transition, and that's good enough to score off the block and off the defense. Ooh, Hart wasn't ready to get that ball. A good extended rally here, but that ball's hit out of bounds by Aaron Kuby. So after blocking the first ball, the Rising Tide have now given up 3 points in a row. Good job by Scott Wiest. Gets the start at setter for Phoenix in this match, number 17 in black. Doing a good job at the line. Another good one there. And that ball is hit out of bounds by the opposite Troy Magorian on the left side. Didn't get the deflection off the triple block that time, and the Wiest service run continues. Great start for the Ascension, who are 2-0 on the year against the Rising Tide. Both 5-set wins back in Phoenix in February in the first regular season event. Now I've got a chance in transition here. Haggard with a difficult swing. That should be a double contact against Falduti, and it is. Yep, because all right, good time to make that rule clear. The Rising Tide is well aware of our double contact rule in the VLA, and that's that we do not call them We will not call a ball handling error on an overhead set, but it has to meet 2 criteria. It's got to be one motion, and the ball's got to stay on your side. And that's the part that didn't happen there against Foul Duty. He threw his hands to that ball, and it went over to the Ascension side. And at that point, it is a judgment call by the official, which could be a double contact. That was what was called. That was very well done. Absolutely correct. Good service pressure from Wiest again after a brief delay, and they're going to get a look in transition here. Haggard off the block of Predny and out of bounds. What a start for Phoenix in this run. 6 points in a row. One side out, and then 5 Scott Wiest serves. Excellent work by the normal backup Phoenix setter who gets the start here this afternoon. Working on Predny in rotation 1. This is Magorian against 2 blockers, and finally SoCal is out of that rotation. Here is John Predny, second team All VLA a season ago. Nice cover there off the block. Hart again will take a swing on the left side. Great look here, basically a free ball for the Rising Tide. And Magorian is rejected by Hart. Big time move by number 9 in black. A relatively new face to this Ascension roster, Brendan Hart, 6'10", out of Ottawa University, an NAIA program in Arizona. Played a little bit for the Ascension last year, but went overseas to play in Slovenia this professional season. Can do a lot at 6'10", that's for sure. And an ace serve there, Sam Haggard right in the seam. The service pressure dominant so far from the Ascension in this first set. Just as I say that, Haggard misses that ball out of bounds, but good ace-to-error ratio certainly so far for the Ascension. Taylor Foul Duty, the middle blocker out of Concordia Irvine, back to serve. That sends Chris Johnson, big number 23 in blue, to the front court for the first time. And there he is with a good touch against Barry. Transition swing coming here from Kubi on the left, tipped over the top, and nobody there. Excellent choice by number 7 in blue, Aaron Kubi, the Frenchman, out of UC Irvine by way of Caen, France. Really good block touch there by Johnson against Barry to start it all up, and Rising Tide could use more where that came from in an early hole here in the first set. Foul Duty again. And he misses that float serve long. Here is Keaton Berry, the veteran Ascension middle out of Grand Canyon. Magorian rolled over the top. Berry is there. Hart in transition and stuffed straight down. Wow, what a block by Johnson. And the fan favorite, certainly, Chris Johnson, 6'10" monster out of Cal Baptist. Spent some time with the U.S. senior national team. And a fan favorite here in Southern California in front of a great crowd. Big event here in the Long Beach Convention Center, the JVA West Coast Cup. All sorts of junior volleyball players getting a treat to watch these teams play this weekend. Like I mentioned in the pre-match, both of these teams victorious, both in sweeps against the San Diego Wave, playing up from Tier 2 this weekend, and there is an equally gigantic block by a fellow monster, Seth Gallagher, 6'10", number 23 in black. Gallagher spent this professional season in Finland. Set against the flow to Magorian out of the back row, and he missed it out of bounds. No touch off the fingertips there. Troy Magorian, number 15 in blue, out of Pepperdine. A huge right arm, but a little bit error prone. Hart keeping the serve in play. I like that choice. Kubi rolled into the block, and Johnson wasn't ready there in coverage. It hit him in the shoulder and hit the floor. What a start for the Phoenix Ascension. 13-5. At least I believe that's what the scoreboard should say. And timeout SoCal. Explosive start for the Ascension. Rising Tide trying to change the momentum. First time out here in set number 1. Out of the timeout, an absolute blast on the left side by Aaron Kuby. Exactly what SoCal was looking for. 13-6. Which of the Rising Tide servers are going to get the green light to be aggressive? I'm wondering about that. Predny is definitely a jump spin server, but Kuby here is going to stay down. I'm a little surprised. Good float serve reception there by Haggard and ripped in the middle by Gallagher. Perfect first ball side out execution there for the Ascension. Oh, lucky ace serve. Brandon Greenway in his first action this weekend for the Phoenix Ascension. But a VLA veteran, played for the New York Pride, then now the New York Lost Travelers before he and his wife moved to Phoenix last year. He played professionally in the Indian Prime Volleyball League earlier in 2023. Very interesting volleyball experience there. Predny on the outside forces the dig back over. Predny will get another swing, and he goes high off the block of Wieston out of bounds. But talk about a luxury for the Phoenix Ascension to all of a sudden get Brandon Greenway just to fall into their lap in the Phoenix area. Greenway is an extremely good player. We saw him start at opposite against the San Diego Wave earlier and played great there. Now here he is on his more, at least his more preferred outside hitter position. That kill from Seth Gallagher sends Gallagher back to the service line. Oh, what a set by Cons, but an even better defensive play. Free ball chance here. Predny has to keep it inside the antenna, and SoCal's going to get a free ball. Interesting net exchange there. Predny deals with a tight set, gives it back to Phoenix. Who's going to take a swing? Haggard will try. He's dug by Megorian. Oh, but we have a net touch. A net violation in the bottom of the net against the Rising Tide. And called on number 12. It must have been foul duty. He disagrees, but crazy that Phoenix was even in that point. They had the Rising Tide had a wide open net swing, and Megorian was dug miraculously by Greenway. That serve is in. That's an ace serve for Seth Gallagher. Everything is breaking the way of the Phoenix Ascension right now. I like to call this a founding five rivalry. The National Hockey League has the original 6 teams that founded the league. We at the VLA have the founding 5. And these two, Ascension and Rising Tide, founding the West Division. That is a really good out-of-system swing by John Predny. Here is Chris Cons, number 3 in blue out of Long Beach City College, second team all VLA last season. That tip is read nicely by Ryan Radira. Kuby in transition, tip to position 4, but Cody Montano is there. Gotta have this if you're the Rising Tide. Megorian ripped cross court, and he does. Good free ball termination there by number 15 in blue. 19-9, Phoenix leads. This set is basically over. A lot of volleyball left to play, obviously. But, and there is one of the dangerous Phoenix servers, Scott Weiss, giving a gift away, missing that one out of bounds. But the explosive start right from the get-go, a 6-0 Phoenix run, has helped them create this early separation against their West Division rivals. There's some service pressure from Predny, absorbed very nicely by Greenway, and the tip over the top for Haggard, good enough to score on the right side. Man, this Phoenix Ascension team, let me tell you guys, they look really good. Not just in this set, but I'm talking in general. They finished third at the VLA Cup, best among all Tier 1 teams. Played some great ball along the way there, and then earlier today in the 3-0 win over the San Diego Wave, I thought they looked outstanding. Good block touch there by Barry against foul duty. Greenway's going to have a swing. And a roll shot over the top is good enough to score again. Awesome defense transitioning into offense for Vince Zanzuki's Phoenix Ascension. Haggard there going for the sideline, missed it out of bounds. Phoenix so far unchallenged in their side-out offense. And foul duty, not exactly the guy to put a ton of pressure on. Good pass there by Greenway. Hart over the top, dug by Predny, but right back onto the net. That ball somehow dug. And a good diving effort from foul duty, unfortunately sent out of bounds. Overpass kill for Keaton Berry. Substitution for Phoenix off the bench, Calais Rubin, the backup libero, number 11 in black, in to serve and play some defense. Wow, what a rip cross body by Chris Johnson. KJ, as they call him, a fan favorite for sure, and a walking highlight reel. Addison Enriquez, number 11 in blue, off the bench for the Rising Tide. Similar substitution. Actually, he's in for Megorian, so he'll play defense in position 1. Good looking inside-out shoulder swing there from Brendan Hart, but out of bounds wide will give a break point to the Rising Tide. Repeat set to Hart, and he's stuffed straight down. What a move by Johnson to close with Aaron Kuby. And 2 errors in a row for Brendan Hart. Rising Tide generating some momentum in this little service run. Repeat set, and that ball ripped off the block of Kahns, who shifted over to block on the left side there. And Brendan Hart gets a kill the third time of asking. I kind of like that blocker switch for the Rising Tide. After 2 Hart errors, they were not expecting the ball to go back to him a third time, but good set choice there for Scott Wiest. That serve is just barely missed out of bounds. (15-23) for Aaron Kuby. Nice touch by Radira off the hands. Predny will take an out-of-system swing and deep cross court. That ball is... I thought that ball was in. I think, and yes, it was. That is such a good swing by John Predny, and even all the Phoenix guys on the bench are like, yep, that ball was in by a tile in both directions. That is an outstanding deep cross-court swing. So 16-23 now. Kuby with this nice flat float serve. Greenway rolled down the line off the tape and down. Lucky break there for the Ascension, but it brings up set point at 24-16. Greenway will have the honors. The outside hitter out of the University of Charleston. What a pass by Radira. Johnson is blocked and covered by Kahns. Ascension can have a swing for the set. Hard out of the back row. Off the block and out of bounds, and that'll do it. A convincing 25-16 first set win for the Phoenix Ascension gets this afternoon match underway. What a start for Vince Anzuki's crew. Teams will change sides, so we'll be right back with set number 2. I expect a Rising Tide response, and you should stick around to find out if they can pull it off. Set number 1 goes to the Phoenix Ascension, 25-16. See if the Rising Tide can respond and tie us up at 1 set apiece. Set number 2 coming your way in just a minute. Getting ready to go here for set number 2. My name's Rob St. Clair, live from the JVA West Coast Cup in Long Beach, California. The second and final regular season event for the West Division this season. It is the final regular season event for the entire Tier 1 VLA season. But, funny enough, this event actually has no playoff implications. Both the Rising Tide and the Phoenix Ascension both have already clinched playoff spots. However, these matches will determine seeding when we get to Orlando for the Tier 1 championship. Scott Wiest, who started set number 1 with a great service run, will try to start set number 2 the exact same way. And he can't this time. That serve missed out of bounds. I'm thinking right now about the Rising Tide rotation of 6 different servers and how many of those 6 are being particularly aggressive. I really think the answer is just one, just John Predney. But right there, the float server Chris Collins forces the overpass and tapped down by Taylor Falduti. I feel like one of the Rising Tide servers, maybe Megorian, maybe Kubi, could be given the green light. I think that would pay some dividends. Wow, inside ball to Haggard on the right side. Read nicely by the Rising Tide block. Now Hart takes a swing, and he puts it away deep cross court. Nice swing by the big man, number 9 in black, to get Phoenix out of rotation 1. Perfect pass by Kubi. Predney on the right side, tipped down the line. Montano is there. Hart sends it over with 2 hands. Megorian through the block is dug by Greenway. Megorian again, high off the outside hand to Hart, and watched by Radira as it goes out of bounds. Good start here for the Rising Tide, and John Predney, so far their most dangerous server, gets a chance here. Absorbed pretty well by Greenway. He'll get a chance against 2 blockers. High, covered easily. Barry in the middle. Nice dig by Radira, but Falduti couldn't make up his mind. I think maybe that double contact call against him in the first set maybe got in his head a little bit there, and Phoenix will take the point. Barry looking to float serve that ball down the line. He missed it out of bounds. Don't want to miss float serves, just sort of as a general rule, but this level, either if you're a green light server, great, go after it. That's going to come with some misses, but if you're a float server, you got to keep the ball in play. Good scoop there by Falduti against Gallagher, the middle. That ball is still alive. Crazy pinball play here, and the Rising Tide are going to get a free ball. Johnson, Cons, Magorian ripped cross court. And the Rising Tide were asking earlier in that play about maybe Gallagher reaching over. Our official immediately signaled that ball was in the plane, so when in doubt, play on. I think that was a good no call. Break point, though, there for the Rising Tide on the serve of Falduti. He'll go back again with a 5-2 lead. Already the Rising Tide crafting a response to getting beaten quickly out the gates by the Ascension in the first. Gallagher is blocked by Johnson. Nice movement by number 23 in blue, shuffling across to his right to stay in front of Gallagher. 6-2 now, a perfect start for the Rising Tide. Want to encourage you all, wherever you're watching, get active in the YouTube live chat. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. Let me know if everything looks and sounds okay. It's a good tap down there by Johnson. There's some big bodies flying around this court right now. Gallagher, Hart, and Johnson, all three 6'10". Ridiculous. Falduti continues his service run. Greenway, roll shot. Cons is there. Falduti is there. Oh, but a smart play by Wiest. Never mind. That ball is right on. Oh, yeah, that ball is right on the sideline, and I agree. I thought that ball was in. That is a standing set over kill by number 17 in black. Kubi down the line off the tape, dug by Hart. Good chance for Greenway in transition, but he's slowed down. Johnson up quick on the gap in transition as well. And he throws it through the block and down for the Rising Tide. Here is Magorian for the Rising Tide. And he's going to go after it with jump spin serve this time. The net gets in the way, but I don't hate that. I think you can let Magorian have a little bit more freedom to try and put on some pressure here. And this is the... That might have been out of rotation there for Phoenix. Not called. Magorian is blocked just out of bounds. Just barely out of bounds off the block of Brandon Greenway there. Good call. It's a kill for Magorian. Nice pressure there by Wiest, but Predny is underneath it, and he buries it cross court against a one-on-one. What an individual play there by John Predny. A perfect pass off a difficult serve, and then an effortless but authoritative kill one-on-one on the left side. Very nicely done by number 14 in blue. Tight pass there by Greenway. Wiest is a back row setter, and he's going to get called as a back row blocker as that ball was passed just a little too tight. That should be a net violation against the Ascension blockers, and it is. And the score now correct at 13-5. And that'll be an Ascension timeout, I believe, right? No, never mind. Vince Zanzuki going to let this run continue. And a complete inverse of what happened in the first set, where the Ascension were off to a huge early lead. Now the Rising Tide have one of their own. Johnson digs the ball down the line. Magorian off the block of Hart in transition, and everything now going the Rising Tide way. And now this should be a Phoenix timeout, and it is. Sure enough, the Rising Tide have completely turned it around, and they lead big here in the second set. Out of the timeout, Chris Johnson continuing to serve a 14-5 SoCal lead, and that is a net violation against Hart, the Phoenix attacker, on his follow-through. So the Ascension trapped in rotation one right now, and all of a sudden, I think we might already be able to call this second set a wrap. It looks like the Rising Tide are well on their way to tying this match at one apiece. But a good rip there by Barry in the middle off the block and out of bounds. Predney somehow able to keep that ball alive. Barry in the middle is dug. Predney against no blockers, and that is a mistake by Brendan Hart to pull away and not block against Predney that time. Nice work by the Rising Tide to scramble to stay alive in that point, and their lead's back up to 10. Hart gets his feet to an inside ball and blasts across court. Nice footwork there by the big man. And now we've got what might be the biggest front row in the VLA. 6'10", 6'10", 6'4" for the Phoenix Ascension. But Barry doesn't give him a chance to block any balls as he misses another float serve out of bounds. That is not what the Ascension are looking for. Really good service pressure. Greenway tries to chase it down by the Ascension bench, but can't bring it back. And that is, I think that was Predney with the pressure. Yes, it was. That's basically an ace serve. Now an 11-point Rising Tide lead. Haggard fights it off, and an out-of-system swing for a Hart goes off the block and out of bounds. Magorian looking for the fingertips, and he doesn't find them. Ball hit out of bounds there. Break point for Phoenix. shank pass there by Radira, and Predny doesn't really give Kubi a chance. So Brendan Hart on a little bit of a run here. Kubi tipped over the top. Gallagher tries to slap it back. He was already on the ground when he tried to do so, but it falls on the Ascension side. See a couple normal Ascension players, Turner Douglas, Brian Lewis in the chat. Hey boys, thanks for watching. Those two got to be pretty happy with how their team looked in the first set, but not so much here. Hart will take a swing out of the back row. Nice high off the hands and out of bounds. Good mature swing there for number 9 in black. But the Rising Tide very much in control in this set. A couple side outs away from tying this match at 1 set apiece. Here's Brandon Greenway. And that is an ace serve off the platform of Radira and just out of bounds wide on the Ascension side. See if Greenway tries to chop another one. Similar serve. Radira is there that time. Quick ball out to Kubi and absolutely destroyed. Scott Weiss, the Ascension blocker, was nowhere to be found on that play. Nice ball by Kahns. Chris Kahns, one of my favorite setters in the VLA to watch. Really creative. We saw some of that creativity in the Rising Tide's win over the San Diego Wave this morning. Running some, there was a naked 2-ball from Kubi on the outside. There was a couple back twos, all sorts of cool movement, and you got to have a really creatively minded setter to draw up some of those plays. Wow, what a chop shot by Aaron Kubi. 4-4 inside 3 blockers. Really nice choice. That float serve is just missed out of bounds. Ascension are pushing back a little bit. Up to 14 points. Trying to do the same thing the Rising Tide did, and that's generate a little bit of momentum despite being crushed on the scoreboard. Good block move there by Hart, but Radira is underneath it in coverage. Nice high flat swing by Megorian. But I think we're going to have a back row attack violation called here. Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, a little confusion about who that point was going to. That's the Rising Tide's point. Barry over the block in the middle is dug nicely. That's Kyler Tufunga in off the bench as a defensive specialist, but that ball up into the rafters, touched the ceiling, and is therefore immediately out of bounds. Tufunga, number 5 in blue out of Long Beach City College, is going to stay in to pass this ball. I think he's in for Johnson, so no libero on the court right now for the Rising Tide. Megorian blocked by Greenway. Kept alive briefly, but that is a one-on-one solo stuff block for number 21 in black. And now all of a sudden, now this would still be completely crazy, but this set's not out of reach. It does feel like the momentum is tipping back towards the near side of your screen. Ooh, little misconnection there to Kubi out of the back row. Ball may have been going out of bounds, but played by Montano. And now Megorian will take it out of system swing, but he's a back row player, had to stay down. Greenway in front of that ball a little bit. He's dug by Tufunga cross courts. And Predny bails the Rising Tide out of that weird rally. Off the block and out of bounds. Calais Rubin off the bench again. The backup libero to serve for Phoenix. The Rising Tide are 2 points away. And that is a stuff block by the gigantic two-man wall of Gallagher and Hart for the Ascension. 18-23. Wow, a 5-point game. I think it was 15-5 at one point in this set in favor of the Rising Tide. So credit to the Ascension for trying to dig themselves out of this hole. Magorian challenges the block again. Good coverage there. And Predny gets his feet to the inside and finds the deep cross-court corner. That will get the Rising Tide out of rotation one and on to set point at 24-18. A serve, John Predny. And set number 2 in style, ripping an ace off Sam Haggard's platform, and we are tied at 1 set apiece. So, the first time this weekend, we will not have a sweep. These two West Division founding 5 rivals have already played twice this year. Both of those matches were long 5-setters. Strap in, ladies and gentlemen. We could have another one for you here. Tied up at 1, set number 3 coming your way in just a minute. Oh. I will.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. I told him, and he was like over the one.
No, you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I know. I didn't tell you.
Okay, yeah, let's do it. Next set. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're tied up at 1 set apiece. Set number 3 ready to go. Stick around for this set because after set 3, in between sets 3 and 4, we're going to do a little serving competition where there will be some free stuff giveaways. So stick around and watch this one if you want some free stuff. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Rob St. Clair here live with set number 3 between the Rising Tide and the Ascension. And that is a perfect start for John Predny, number 14 in blue. Gets the Rising Tide on the board with a deep cross-court swing. Wow, what a bomb. Keaton Berry smokes the sideline on the quick ball in the middle. That ball was punished. What a run from Weiss to Berry. That was beautiful. That'll get the Ascension sideline going. Here's Weiss back to serve. Another casual but perfect swing by John Predney off the block and out of bounds, making it look easy. Pretty good pass there by Greenway. Hart high off the hands. Predney is there. Great chance in transition. Kubi accelerates to a ball that was faster than he was expecting. Can't put it away. Now Greenway rolled out of the pipe is dug. Megorian high off the block. What a diving touch by Greenway. Hart tipped over the top. Cons is there. Great rally here to start set number 3. And Megorian ends it. Nice high flat swing off the block and out of bounds. That was an excellent rally by both teams, but won by the Rising Tide. Berry again in the middle, this time inside the block of foul duty. That ball is actually kept alive. That's a miracle that Hart was able to save that one. Hart tipped. Berry is there. Greenway, though, can't really take a swing. Kubi can, but he's blocked by Berry. Keaton Berry has come to play in this third set, man. What a start for the Phoenix middle. Another high blast off the block by Megorian. Haggard is all over it now. Greenway in transition. Punches that one cross court. Really good ball there from the Phoenix Ascension. Excellent block touch and good backcourt defensive positioning by Haggard beyond the baseline in position 6, right underneath that ball. That ball mangled by foul duty, but no double contacts in the VLA as long as the ball stays on your side. Gives the ball to Phoenix, and the Rising Tide block is in the net. So 5-3 now on the float serve of Sam Haggard, who's choosing to be a little less aggressive from the line. That ball off the block of Hart, and oh, never mind, that ball's called inbounds. Yeah, that ball's called inbounds by the linesman. Kubi can't believe it, but the call was clear that that ball touched the sideline. Line judge was all over it, so Brendan Hart will get a stuff block credited for that one, and the run continues. Kubi wanted to take some anger out on that ball, and he does. Sharp cross court. Another bomb in the middle by Berry. Scott Weiss is setting a really nice offense right now for the Phoenix Ascension. The Rising Tide block is a half step late to just about everything right now. All credit to number 17 in black, as well as Berry, who's been the beneficiary for the most part. Here he is at the service line. Nice run to Predney out of the back row, and he slaps that one through a seam in the block off the defender and out of bounds. That float serve missed way out of bounds by Megorian. Not a good service error at all. And he's yelling to himself. He knows it. Ooh, creative run there on the back one to Chris Johnson. He tips it through the block, and that's good enough to score for the Rising Tide. Nice touch by Kubi defensively, but it goes back to Phoenix as a free ball. Greenway is slowed down by a good block touch from Cons. Predny, sharp cross court. What a play for the Rising Tide. Incredible defense by Aaron Kubi, but that was a phenomenal block touch by an undersized blocker and Chris Cons by himself to create that transition chance that was put away by Predny. Excellent volleyball there for SoCal. Greenway, high off the block of Johnson, out of bounds. These two teams, man, I got to tell you, these two teams playing the way they are right now, and maybe with a couple reinforcements for the Rising Tide, it's not that crazy to call either of these teams championship contenders. I'm not kidding. Up there with like the likes of the Icemen and Team LVC further east. I really like the way that these two teams are playing right now, especially in a weekend event where both have already made the playoffs. They're playing great volleyball right now, really just for the sake of playing great volleyball, and we are all the better for it. Hart gets his own rebound there off the block, but it couldn't be kept alive by Gallagher, and the Rising Tide tied up at 9 with that block. That is a setter throwdown for Scott Wiest. His first legitimate setter dump attempt of the match. Deep cross-court shot by Predny just misses the baseline. And the Ascension back out to a 2-point lead. Foul duty tipped in the middle. Haggard is all over it. Now will take a swing in transition. Looking down the line, but missed just out of bounds. Smart choice by Cons there to pull his hands away. That is not a net touch. Good hang there by Megorian, but unfortunately he gets field goaled that time right through his arms. Kill for Sam Haggard. Nice high shot there by Predny on the right side. The go-to guy for SoCal in rotation 1. Just because Phoenix knows number 14's getting the ball doesn't mean they can stop him. Now it is the Ascension's turn to try their hand at siding out of this tricky rotation. A serve, Predny. Not going to happen here. This is a great point-scoring chance for the Rising Tide, and Predny rockets that ball down the line for another ace serve, and we're tied up at 12. It was beautiful. Well done. Predny just walked back towards my table and said, "That was a nice serve." Yes, John. Yes, it was. Here he goes again. Nice shot by Haggard, finding space down the line. The Rising Tide brought their block inside to react to where the set was, but Haggard with an even better shot. Foul duty right on the baseline. That ball just barely inbounds. Tied up once again at 13. And we're going to have a substitution for Addison Enriquez off the bench to serve for foul duty. Chop shot there by Greenway, read easily. Megorian will challenge a triple block. And he just misses it out of bounds, doesn't get the fingertips. That is not a bad swing. You know, it results in an error, but that is not a bad swing. Difficult situation. All he wanted was a fingertip deflection. Didn't miss it by much. Phoenix does retake the lead, though. Kubi blasted through the block, slowed down nicely. Haggard is there. Greenway is stuffed straight down. What a block by Johnson. Megorian there as well. And Megorian was about to go back to serve, but he'll get replaced by Kyler Tafunga off the bench. Number 5 in blue, who's played a little bit of everything. We saw him at backcourt, like opposite defensive sub. We saw him at outside hitter earlier today. Let's see what he can do here. Really nice rip there by Greenway down the line on the left side. Nice setting by Wiest, targeting the smaller blocker in Chris Kahns. Here is Brendan Hart. And that float serve, not out of bounds by much, but out of bounds nonetheless. First 2 sets were beatdowns. Huge early leads, one for each team. The Ascension way up early in the first, the Rising Tide way up earlier in the second, but very competitive here in the third. And Barry breaks the tie out of the middle. No, excuse me, that's Gallagher with the kill that time. Overpass swing. Scott Wiest, the setter, gets a chance to unleash on that ball. And he puts it away for a 2-point lead. Great serving by Greenway, set it up. Here's Greenway again. Another ace serve. This one chopped down the line. Diving Kubi couldn't keep it alive. That is sideline to sideline service range from Brandon Greenway. Forces an overpass in position 5 and rips an ace serve to position 1. Outstanding serving. And the Ascension now with a little separation as we get to the fun part here in set number 3. This is good volleyball right now. Really, really good stuff. 4-man reception unit here for the Rising Tide with Tafunga stepping in. Good pass there, and Predney ripped down the line off the block of Wieston out of bounds. Nice touch by foul duty, but back to the Ascension. Gallagher in the middle is scooped by Kubi. Kahns, the setter, takes a swing. Oh, and the tricky reverse dump. Oh, wait. We've got a net violation called against Wiest, the Phoenix setter, which negates what would have been a really slick play But as it stands, it's a point for the Rising Tide, and they're back within one. Net touch, and no argument from Wiest about the call either. Haggard, sharp cross court right on the sideline. Back to a 2-point Phoenix lead. Chris Cons and the Rising Tide need a break point somewhere. Can this be a rotation to get one? Wiest to Barry in the middle, and he's stuffed straight down. Foul duty on what looked like a commit block to me. And Predney, good help from the left side blocker position. Rising Tide all over that one. Sure enough, we're tied up at 19, right on cue. Not a great pass by Haggard. Hart called upon to hit a tricky out of system ball, and terrible hand contact. That ball is way out of bounds, and the Rising Tide take the lead. We haven't seen Brendan Hart called upon that much to take some of those difficult swings, and the Rising Tide likes that matchup. Barry, not great contact in the middle. Radira wasn't sure how many contacts there were, so he sent it back over to be safe. And then Haggard chopped down the line. I thought that ball was in. Yes, it was. Very nice shot down the line, right on the baseline. So we're tied up at 20. Neither losing team in the first two sets even reached 20 points. Good one here in the third. First to 25 must win by 2. Will take a 2-1 lead in this match. Here is Wiest, one of Phoenix's better servers. Predney, Cons, back to Predney, and a perfect first ball side out of rotation one. Again, it's Predney on the right side, the engine of the offense in that rotation. Really well done. Nice pressure by Predney. Montano tries to eat that serve, but it produces a free ball. Kubi for the lead against no blockers. And he puts it away easily. Great setting there from Chris Cons, but all started with John Predney from the service line, and the Rising Tide's lead is 2. 22-20. Ascension going to take a little minute to clean up the floor over on their side. Trying to slow down a dangerous server, and then they're actually going to parlay that straight into a timeout. So I actually think that's the first timeout in this set by either team. Can the Rising Tide capitalize on this narrow late lead? We will see. It looks really good, believe it or not. Sure. All right, here's Predney. Key serve right here out of the timeout against Phoenix's weakest side-out rotation. Pretty good pass there by Montano. And a beautiful cross-court swing by Sam Haggard. The Ascension had to have that. And Haggard delivered an excellent pass by Cody Montano, number 6 in purple as well. So 1-point game. Sorry, Predney was cleaning up the floor, and the official didn't notice that the Rising Tide receivers were not ready. They were busy taking care of the court, so that serve's not going to count. As much as Haggard would like a free ace. Wow, look at that dig by Wiest against the quick ball from Kubi. Hart, actually a pretty good recycle play. And Greenway with a hittable ball, but what a dig by Radira. That ball is set too tight to the net. Kubi wins the joust, but it's still alive. Greenway, high, flat off the block. And we're tied. Amazing defense there by the Phoenix Ascension. What a play by big Brendan Hart. And in total jail, somehow able to recycle that ball off the block. And a really good defensive play from Scott Wiest against Kubi started that point. We're tied at 22. Haggard serving. Oh, that ball is off the tape, off of Hart. But before it landed out of bounds, Kubi landed into the bottom of the net, and the Ascension take the lead. Wow, 3 points in a row for Phoenix after calling a timeout down 22-20. No timeout here for the Rising Tide. I'm a little surprised. Got to side out this ball. Megorian, and they do. Good set against the flow by Chris Cons. So we are tied up at 23. Taylor Falduti will be the server. Not a great pass by Haggard. Greenway tipped deep. Predny is there. Kubi with the swing for the lead is off the tape cross court and out of bounds. No touch, and now a timeout for the Rising Tide facing set point. That was a pretty good chance. But a roller coaster of an ending to set 3 here. We're going to have a set point for Phoenix after this timeout. Set point Phoenix out of this timeout. Calais Rubin, the backup libero, is off the bench to serve. Got to have this side out for the Rising Tide to force overtime, and they don't. Wow, Cons goes to the middle to Johnson. That connection not perfect. Johnson tried to throw that ball on the power tip, but he came up short into the net, and the Phoenix Ascension come from behind with a 5-1 run and win set number 3, 25-23. What an interesting turn of events there. So it's Phoenix that leads this match 2-1, and we've got at least one more set of volleyball coming up. This is a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Stick around for set 4, but first we're going to do a little serving competition for some of the fans in the house. All right, fans, set number 4 coming up. You know what that means. It's time for some giveaways. It's time for a serving competition. Hey, Vince, we got a ball cart? We got a cart full of volleyballs? Bring that, hey, Serge, bring that ball cart over here to this side. Yeah, come on up. Grab we're going to get a ball cart for you. All you have to do, come over to this side. We're going to get a cart full of volleyballs. All you have to do is serve it from this side over the net, and if you hit a t-shirt, you get to keep the t-shirt. Ready, set, go. Grab a ball, keep serving. If you hit a t-shirt, it's yours.
Oh, we already got one. Okay, nice work. 5 t-shirts left. Gotta practice your short serves. Uh-oh, there's another one gone. Practice your short serves. Got some short there. 4 t-shirts left. Yeah, the net's probably a little higher than you guys are used to, huh? Oh, that was close. Ooh, another close one. Four shirts left. Oh yeah, keep that ball, keep serving. Ooh, that was really close off the tape. Almost got it. Okay, I think there's 3 left. There's one. Nice serve there. Only 2 shirts left. Vince is holding it now. There's one. Go grab your shirt. One more. Who can hit that Sun 1 serve? Very close. And there it is. Thanks for playing, everyone. Hope you enjoy some free VLA swag. Come back to the matches tomorrow. We'll be doing this again.
I believe you.
What's a visual?
We call this Tier 1. We've sort of got like a Tier 1 and a Tier 2. These guys have more of like a regular schedule that they play. But there's also divisions, East, West, and Central. And this is the West, obviously. Yeah, these two are really good, and they're really evenly matched.
If I can get a Sharpie, can I get my shirt signed? When can I go last?
As soon as the match is over.
Okay.
Come back after the game. I'll give you one, okay?
Thank you. Are they like how old are they?
They're all adults, so they're all post-college. I'd say most of them are in their 20s. We got a couple older guys. Yeah. Yep. These are the pros. Like these guys play. Some of these guys play overseas. Like they get paid to play volleyball in the winter, and then they come back. And ooh, good question. Actually, yeah, 7 on the Rising Tide is from France.
Wait, on the blue team?
Yeah, I think that's it though. Yeah, he's a French kid, but he played at UC Irvine for college. Here, take a couple of these. Pass them out to your teams. Like our Instagram, our YouTube channel and stuff. That's where all the games are at on YouTube. Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, they're fake.
All right, I always have a good time interacting with the fans. That's what these events of the JVA World Challenge are all about. Like getting this product in front of all these junior players. So I love doing little serving competitions and answering questions and letting the people know about all this great volleyball going on. So we're underway with set 4. That ball hit out of bounds by Predny, gives Phoenix the first point. Nobody up there for a Megorian. A really good setting from Cons. 1 on none. That's got to be an automatic point at this level. Nice out-of-system swing there from Brendan Hart. That's a skill. If you're an opposite, you've got to be at least somewhat reliable attacking on the left. It's not easy for a guy who hits on the right side in 5 rotations to feel so out of place for that one, but you've got to at least be somewhat of a factor over there. And now it's the Rising Tide's turn with Megorian on the left. But here's Predny, blocked by Greenway, kept alive. Oh, wow, aggressive setting there from Kubian, a little bit too aggressive. Three to 1 Phoenix against SoCal's rotation 1 receive. Nice run there from Cons to foul duty. Really nice speed and separation from the blockers. Beautiful pass by Greenway. And Greenway not connecting very well with Weiss that time. There's something wrong with that timing, so the roll shot attempt comes up pretty badly short. Rare mistake there for the Ascension offense off a pretty much perfect pass. Now Predny gets to serve again. Nice adjustment there by Montano. That serve off the tape. Greenway, a better chance this time, and tucks it through the block of foul duty and down on the SoCal side. That ball is covered somehow. This will be a free ball for Phoenix. Greenway, another off speed, and Megorian now having out a system swing, but he's stuffed by Gallagher. Wow, the blocking size for Phoenix really on display in that rally. Hart got a good block that was barely kept alive, and then Gallagher sealed it. Two-point lead for Barry serving again. Inside set a little bit to Megorian, kept alive off the block touch. Gallagher in the middle, puts it away in transition. Okay. Phoenix doing some nice work in this rotation. That is such a good swing by Aaron Kuby. Deep cross court right on the sideline in between two 6'10" blockers. Just fearless stuff from the Frenchman. Not a very good set there from Wiest to Hart. Kept alive. Kuby in transition. Tried to recycle it off the block, but Hart is there for the rejection. Again, two 6'10" blockers. Chris Kahn's there, the Rising Tide setter. Not a whole lot of options, but if possible, you got to set the ball away from those two guys. Sure enough, that's exactly where he goes, and that ball is thumped down the line by Troy Megorian. Nice help blocking there against Gallagher in the middle. Greenway taking out a system swing. He's looking for the touch. And Kahn's saying, no, I didn't get it. And no touch is the call. Nice block touch there to slow down Greenway. Good chance in transition. Kuby is stuffed straight down. What a block by Seth Gallagher. That was nasty. Again, you do not want to go at the 6'10" guy. A nice blocking sequence for Phoenix here lately. Ace serve, Brandon Greenway straight down the line, untouched. Beautiful. Nine 6 Phoenix. Service pressure here from Greenway. Let's see if he can do it again. Oh, sure can. Going at Kuby. He's completely out of the offense, and Megorian has to send over a free ball. Ooh, Haggard might have slipped in his approach, but sends it over with two hands and still good enough to score. Diving Megorian couldn't get there in time. It's now a 4-point Phoenix lead, and Greenway is looking to, I know it's early. This run continues. We could very well be looking at a 3-1 Phoenix win in this match.
Let's go, Brandon.
Keep it going, though. Keep chirping.
For no apparent reason.
I like it.
Oh, me too.
Take all the time we need to clean up the floor over there. Megorian's been working hard. Let's just put it that way. Okay, Brandon, who's serving over here, he's asking me to call a seam in the location. Give me 5-6. All right, I gave him a zone. I asked him to serve between Kubi and Predny. And let's see what he does. Just about ready to check it out. 4-point Phoenix lead here. 4-man serve reception with Kyler Tafunga off the bench. And Predny steps in to fill that spot perfectly. And Johnson off the block and out of bounds. Smart substitution there. Tafunga in for Megorian. Able to pass with 4 guys and really negate the amount of space that Greenway had to serve at. So Brandon, to his credit, he did hit the target that I told him. There were just 4 guys there instead of 3. Ooh, Kubi. I thought that float serve might creep over the tape, but not quite. Tafunga wasn't even in the passing pattern that time, but still kept that ball up off the baseline, and Predny with a beautiful swing down the line puts it away. Oh, what a play by Chris Kahns. Look at that. Baiting Haggard into swinging for the high hands and then pulling his hands away. What a play by number 3 in blue. I love that. I mean, Kahns is a smaller blocker, only about 6'1". He knows that he's going to get targeted by the opposing offenses. It doesn't mean there's nothing he can do about it. I really like that play. This is a free ball here for the Rising Tide to get back within 1. And Foul Duty tucks it through the block and down. So, just as it looked like the Ascension were starting to separate, the Rising Tide come up with an answer. 10 serving 11. Not a great pass by Greenway. This will be Haggard and a high ball, but a nice chop, wrist away shot off the block and out of bounds. Good enough to score. Weist really going after it from the service line there, but that one not particularly close. So now Megorian will come back in at opposite for the Rising Tide. And Kahns back to serve, trailing by 1. Haggard is stuffed straight down by Predny. Nice move by number 14 in blue, getting out to the line. And we're tied up at 12, and Kahns serving against Phoenix's trickiest rotation. Point scoring opportunities here. Another block. This time hard to shut down Troy Megorian with foul duty there as well. And a timeout here for the Ascension as they have relinquished the lead. 13-12 Rising Tide when we come back in just a minute.
Beautiful.
Pretty big moment right here out of this timeout. The Ascension receiving in rotation 1 have given up a lead, and look at that. Scott Weiss to Keaton Berry. That ball is destroyed. Exploded on contact. And just what Phoenix was looking for out of that timeout. I wonder if that play was drawn up for Berry to get that opening. And we're back to a 13-13 tie. Ooh, a little overset ball there from Cons, trying to go back to foul duty on the same play they just saw. And Phoenix takes the lead. Nice work out of their timeout. Rotation 1 receive for the Rising Tide. And that ball serves out of bounds. Haggard lets him off the hook. Nice run. Beautiful pass by Greenway, and Weiss to Berry retakes the lead for Phoenix. Nice shot by Megorian. Really turning his shoulders in midair to hit that ball down the line off the block of Greenway and out of bounds. Nice swing there by Hart on the right side. Through the block of Kubi and Johnson. And Kubi came down holding his hand. Might have gotten a finger jammed on that play. And now Zach Melcher. Oh, interesting substitution. Zach Melcher, number 15, and Tyler Gardenhire, number 32, off the bench for the Ascension. Sort of a 6-2 sub. Doesn't pay off there as Kubi goes cross-court inside the block of Gardenhire. So Tyler Gardenhire, number 32 in black, is really a setter. In right now, though, at opposite, a new face for Phoenix out of Ottawa University, an NAIA program in Arizona. And Zach Melcher is their normal starting setter. So a late 6-2 here in the fourth set for the Ascension. Allows them to put Brandon Greenway on the right side, and that is an elite deep cross-court swing by number 21 in black. (17-16) Phoenix. It was Greenway's service earlier in this set that got them separated. Here he goes again. Good pass there. Kubi dug by Montano. Megorian dug by Montano again. Gallagher tipped over the top. Johnson sends it back. Montano with 3 digs in this rally. But, oh my goodness, I was about to say Greenway can't put it away out of the pipe, but it turns out that he can. Nobody there for the Rising Tide to get the second ball. What a point for Cody Montano, number 6 in purple. 2 outstanding defensive plays, and it results in a 2-point Ascension lead. Kubi down the line. Melcher is underneath it. Greenway sends it over. Now a traffic jam on the Rising Tide. But wow, that was crazy. Johnson and Predney both went up for that ball. I actually don't even know which one of them ended up making contact. Probably Johnson. But it'll go down as a kill on the stat sheet. Nothing to see here. Nothing weird about that at all. 17 serving 18. Aaron Kubi needs a break point. Gardenhire with his first swing. That is dug by Kubi into the ceiling. So the setter turned opposite. Tyler Gardenhire with his first kill of the weekend. Gallagher back to serve. Johnson blasted in the middle off the chest of Melcher and down. One point Phoenix lead. This is getting to be just as dramatic as it was in the third set where the Rising Tide led 22-20, but Phoenix came back and won it. Nice run! Pipe combination play to Brandon Greenway. Really nice choice there from Melcher, and he will go back to the bench as the 6-2 sub is undone. Job well done by Melcher and Gardenhire. Now it is Wiest and Hart back in to try and finish this job for the Phoenix Ascension. Magorian dug by Wiest, but up into the ceiling. There's actually a lot of space up in the ceiling here at this Long Beach Convention Center, but there is one rafter that runs basically right down the center of the court, and that's what Wiest just hit. So a little unlucky. Still a 1 point Ascension lead. Trying to get out of rotation one here, and they do. Hart on the left side puts it away. Pretty important point right here. Ascension with a 2 point lead. Rotation one received for the Rising Tide. Got to think this ball's going to Predny on the right. No, it's overpassed. Greenway rolled down the line. Cons is there. Predny cross court is dug by Hart. Hart with a swing. Oh no. That is not handled very well. Not a good set by Wiest either, but Hart's got to do something better than that. So the Rising Tide get out of that rotation. They're within one, and their best server, John Predny, is back at the line. Tight pass. One-hand rescue from Wiest to Barry. What a play by number 17 in black. Getting up, getting one hand on that ball. Rescuing what could have been an overpass. Instead, it's another 2 point lead for Phoenix, and Calais Rubin off the bench to serve again. 22-20. We saw this same lead on the Rising Tide side in the third set evaporate. What's going to happen here? Kubi off the block of Hart into the antenna. Easy first ball side out there for SoCal. Ooh, Greenway a little in front of that ball. And he missed it out of bounds. We're tied up at 22. Oh, man, could we have another reversal of the same thing we saw in the third set? Phoenix had a great chance to close this out. Now we are tied. Not a great pass by Montano with his hands, but Greenway bails him out, high off the block and out of bounds. Easy serve from Hart. Magorian ripped deep cross court. We're tied up again. Every side out put under so much more pressure in this situation that now we can basically call this overtime at this point. First to get 2 points clear wins the fourth set. Will it be Phoenix to take the match, or will it be SoCal to force a tiebreaker? That is not a good service error there. A float serve straight out of bounds. And now Greenway on match point Phoenix. He has been their best server all match. Could this be it? Rotation 4 received for the Rising Tide. Match point Ascension. 24-23 in the fourth. Greenway unloads. And too much on that one as it goes out of bounds. Aaron Kuby to break the tie. Nice dig by Kuby off the block touch. It is a free ball for the Ascension. Haggard on the inside set is dug. Predny against three blockers. Sharp cross court. Haggard at the last second chose not to go up and block and left that wide open 4-4 shot. John Predny found it. What a play for the Rising Tide. Amazing defense. And it sets up set point SoCal. 25-24. Haggard to stay alive. Slowed down by Johnson. Gallagher in the middle puts it away. Off the defensive Kuby. Overtime continues. 25 all. Seth Gallagher back to serve. Oh, tight pass. That ball somehow kept alive. Hittable for Predny, but Gallagher makes the play. Free ball here for the Rising Tide. Predny almost dug by Gallagher again, but not going to happen this time. Man, 2 middle digs and 1 rally in overtime. That would have been something special. But it is set point Rising Tide at 26-25. Chris Johnson with a chance to win it. Good pass by Greenway. Barry in the middle throws it straight down. No libero on the floor for the Rising Tide, and that rotation makes that an even better shot. Overtime continues. Wiest back to serve. Foul duty off the head of the blocker, Barry. And nobody's going to chase that one down. Set point Rising Tide again. Good setting from Cons. And he will go back to serve for the set. Barry again, this time dug by Cons. Predny for the set. Deep cross court off the fingertips. And we are going 5. What a marathon. 28-26. The Rising Tide takes it in the fourth. And we've got the best 2 words in volleyball coming right up. Set 5. Wow, what a match we have here, ladies and gentlemen. 28-26 in the fourth brings up the best 2 words in all of volleyball. Set 5. A quick tiebreaker. First to 15 points will win the match. Who's going to take it? Phoenix or SoCal? Both of these teams have played twice this year already. Both of the previous games also went 5.
You could do like, and the crowd goes wild, and we'll go like, woo! Is that a yes?
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
He said yeah, let's do it.
I think you should do it, yeah.
Just give us a signal. Just like, give us a signal. Just like, everyone be like, woo!
Scan the YouTube one. It's live right now. Let's play, boys. Don't keep the people waiting for a fifth set. Let's go. Let's see it. Come on, Ty. You don't want to start down 1-0 for taking too long. I'm making fun of him for taking too long. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go with the tiebreaker. No lineup changes for either team as we expect. Aaron Kuby for the Rising Tide on the far side serving. First to 15 takes the match. And Phoenix on the board first with the service error. Here is Scott Wiest. Started off this entire match, just what seems like forever ago, with a really good service run. Predny is stuffed on the off-speed shot. Wasn't comfortable taking a swing at that ball. Tried to tip it into the block of Hart, but he is blocked right on the sideline. A big break point there to start the fifth set for Phoenix. Not as good of a serve that time from Wiest. Here's Chris Johnson. That ball is off the block and just out of bounds. Barely out of bounds, but Brendan Hart with the kill gets Phoenix out of rotation one. Good dig there by Montano. Greenway dug by Radira. Haggard runs that one down off the touch. Greenway off speed, foul duty is there. Predny somehow scooped by Hart off a really good block touch. Greenway again is dug. What a rally. Predny blasted cross courts. Off the really Greenway could only just defend himself there, protect his face. What an ending to an amazing rally. And the Rising Tide needed it. Chris Kahn serving. Not a good pass. Haggard sends over a free ball. Kahns, Magorian, dug by Wiest. Greenway wasn't there in transition to take a swing. Free ball, Magorian again, off the hands of Greenway and out of bounds. We are tied at 3. Ooh, really good set against the flow from Wiest to Hart. Beautiful ball for number 17 in black. Caught the Rising Tide block off balance, and Hart put it away. Phoenix retakes the lead. Not a great set from Kahns. This is a free ball chance. Greenway just barely out of the reach of Radira off the block touch. And a break point for the Ascension to go up once again by 2. Predny tipped into the block of Greenway and stuffed. SoCal is trapped in rotation 1 right now. Nice disciplined block move there for number 21 in black, Brandon Greenway. Barry is serving again. It is 6-3. No timeout for the Rising Tide. Oh, good deep cross-court swing there by Magorian. Really bails the Rising Tide out of a tricky rotation. Good pass by Greenway off the tape. Gallagher in the middle. Wow, what a shot. That is some really special stuff with his shoulder right there. All started with an excellent pass.
It's 8-5. 8-5 Ascension.
Okay. We're in it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 serving 5 Phoenix. We are in the home stretch in this tie-breaking 5th set. Does SoCal have an answer? Good pass by Kubi. Johnson off the block is covered. Megorian tipped over the top. That should be a net violation by Haggard, and it is. Sam Haggard, the Phoenix blocker, touched the antenna. That is against the rules. And now a blocking substitution. Actually, no, 2 substitutions. A blocking substitution, Tyler Kulikowski, the backup middle out of Long Beach State, in to block for Chris Kahns, and then Kyler Tafunga, number 5 in blue, in off the bench to serve and defend for Megorian. So the Rising Tide pulling out all the stops here. Johnson here blocking on the right side, and he gets one. Shuts down the off-speed shot of Sam Haggard. And the Rising Tide are back within 1. Oh no, a swing and a miss. Very untimely missed connection for the Phoenix offense. And we're tied up at 8. 3-0 run for SoCal here after the side change. Okay, Tafunga's going to step in and set. Kubi, deep tip down the line, scores. Wow, what a run for the Rising Tide. 4-0, and 2 really good substitutions have helped in this run. And now actually the Ascension are going to put in 2 substitutions of their own. The same 6-2 double sub we saw in the 4th set. Zach Melcher is on as the setter. Tyler Gardenhire is on as the opposite. 9-8 SoCal. And Phoenix maybe with some gamesmanship to clean up their side of the court over there. Nice run, Melcher to Gallagher. Ends the run, and we are tied. Anybody's game. Race to 6 points. Gallagher serving for Phoenix. Oh, what a dig by Gallagher. Another one for the middle blocker, but they don't get a swing out of it. Free ball chance. Kubi ripped down the line. Off of Melcher and out of bounds. (10-9) SoCal. Kubi back to serve. Gardenhire slapped down the line off the block and the defense and out of bounds. So that substitution paying dividends for Phoenix again, and now they will go back to the bench. Wiest and Hart re-enter the match. 10-10 in the fifth. What more could you ask for? Beautiful pass by Predny. Predny skies and accelerates to that ball. Puts it away deep cross court. Nice deep flat swing there. (11-10) SoCal. Somebody needs a break point to get some insurance. Ooh, Barry. That ball is up. Nice play by Tafunga. And Falduti gets his own rebound. Predny for a 2-point lead is stuffed straight down by Barry. Wow, those are a couple of crazy net exchanges. But the Ascension equalize again. It is 11-11 in the fifth. This is crazy. Good block touch by Barry. Hart with a swing for the lead. Two hands sends it over. Kubi shifts over to attack on the right side out of the back row. And bad hand contact. Misses it way out of bounds. 12-11 Phoenix now. Predny, cross court again, looking for a touch, doesn't get it. Did not touch the block or the defense. It's 13-11 Phoenix. Timeout Rising Tide. Okay. Two late unforced errors by the Rising Tide, and now the Ascension can taste the win. 13-11 Ascension in the fifth, ladies and gentlemen. Can they close it out after this timeout? This is what it's all about. First to 15 wins. Haggard serving out of the timeout for the Ascension. Must side out this ball for Predny in the Rising Tide, but he's blocked and in. What a block by Brendan Hart. Right on the baseline. It's match point Phoenix. 14-11 in the tiebreaker. Sam Haggard serving for the match. Phoenix has been unable to, the Rising Tide have been unable to get out of this rotation. Can they keep the match alive right here? Predny dug by Montano, but out of bounds into the Rising Tide bench. Not over yet. Match point Ascension in reception. 12 serving 14. Cons to stay alive. Montano, Weist, Greenway puts it away in the cross-court angle, and that will do it for one of the best matches of the season. The Phoenix Ascension have defeated the SoCal Rising Tide 3-2 and 15-12 in the fifth. What a show these two teams have just put on. Wow, 15-12 in the fifth. Phoenix takes the match 3-2. Give both of these teams a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That was an awesome show that they just put on. That will do it for the Volleyball League of America matches for the day. But don't worry, we'll be right back here on Court 29 at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will be here. We will see you then. Awesome, awesome, awesome match. Really just a treat to watch. And that'll do it here for us this afternoon from the Long Beach Convention Center. Back at it again, just like I said on the PA. 9 a.m. Pacific tomorrow morning. 3 more great matches of volleyball. Enjoy the rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching on the VLA YouTube channel. We will see you in the morning. Rob St. Clair signing off from Long Beach.
They're back at 9